This episode of the Defynest podcast is brought to you by Yikes Laundry.
Hey.
Yikes Laundry is the only laundry officially endorsed by Yikes.
Hey. Shout out, Mike. Man, thank you for bringing me a part of this.
Oh, yeah, man. Let's do this. All right, man. The Defynest podcast. This is the podcast where we defy the definition of who we are to become the best version of ourselves. Sounds kind of serious. It's really not, man. It's all about.
No, we're serious.
Oh, we're serious. Oh, okay, we're serious now. All right, man. It's really just about two people sitting down, having a conversation, telling some stories, sharing some laughs. That's really about it. Today's guest is a special one, man. It's a special one.
Special.
Yes, sir, man. This is best friend over here, man. Best friend.
Best friend. Hey, man. Hey, to get the name best friend. Hey, that's special.
We'll get into
special.
it. You got.
I'm not special.
You got to tell that story, man. You got to tell that story. All right, but this is the homie, super talented graffiti artist.
Hey.
Yikes.
H-Town.
Round of applause.
Hey.
Yo, man. Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for bringing me apart.
Man, I had to. I had to, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, this is crazy. Love your work.
Oh, man.
Your work's awesome, man. But let's get into how we met. And to tell you the truth, I really don't remember.
Like shit. I don't remember either.
Well, I can tell you one
couple
thing.
Things.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. It was probably at a pal.
At a pal.
It was probably at a pal.
Pals are party at the loft.
It was probably a party at the loft. And I was probably wasted. Wasted when I met you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, if you ask me honestly, do I remember it? Whew. I don't, man. I don't remember. It had to be that was like 2003, 2000.
It had to be somewhere
4,
5, somewhere around that range. Somewhere around that range. Yeah. So it was a while ago. It's been some years. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man. So yeah, man. Go ahead and you can tell us the story about the best friend.
Oh, best friend, man. Man. Best friend.
How'd that happen?
How did that happen? Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
I know it made a whole bunch of people jealous.
Hey, man.
A whole bunch of people jealous.
For everybody watching, you know what I'm saying? If y'all watching. All right, best friend is Michael Macedo. Defynest podcast. It started out years ago, though. This is...
it was early on. It was probably right after. It was probably right after we met, not too long after we met.
Right. Yeah. You had to help me with this, man. I know we were
hanging out. We were just chilling, and then we were doing stuff and something like that. I think you were in my Jeep. We're listening to a CD.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
I remember the CDs, man. Yeah. That's one thing I do remember about you, Mike. Straight up, man, you would always load me up with the dopest, the newest, the flyest music. And I would just be bumping around. And I remember calling you hey man, can I get a new one? I think I had volume 11 and 19 and 13. And I was
date them, right?
Yeah, you would date them or date them, right? And I was just man, can I get another one? I mean, bro. CDs, you know how far back that is.
Yeah.
But yo, man, you was loading me up with some good trending music during the moment.
And I think that was it. You're like, hey man, can I get a copy of this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then after that, that's when you're like, man, Hey, you'll be my best friend if you give me a copy of it.
Hey, and then I think, I mean, bro, you just kept giving me copies. And then I was like, Laylo, you're not my best friend. I mean, Jakes, you're not my best. Hey, I'm not gonna name drop. I'm like, you know what? Hey,
we name drop on this podcast.
We name drop on this podcast. All right, Laylo, you not. But no, Mike. Hey, real talk, man. Like, bro, you've looked out for years. I mean, just not just for me. I'm for everyone. You looked out and you just, delivered your little part for what you needed to do for what them and just made an individual happy, man. You know what I'm saying? And giving me a CD, man, that's all it took, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be in my car and I'm just like, what? Listening to like, I don't know, was that Yin Yang Twins back then or whatever was popping, Ludacris. I was just like, yeah, I like this, But yeah, man, I love the CDs, man. I think I still got a couple of them. Matter of fact, I got a CD player still, man.
Yeah, it's surprising. I don't.
I got a CD player,
Yeah, what are those things, man?
In my car.
Wow,
so
man.
I might be just jamming some throwback music now, you know what I'm saying? But actually, I'm going to have to try to find those things,
Yeah, man.
Those are definitely some gems. Yeah. Definitely.
And from there, we stayed in touch. We hung out. I started getting some photography, videography. So, I hit up Yikes. I was like, if you need some pictures or some videos done, just let me know, man. I'll take care of it.
No, and hey, man, sure enough, man, I hit you up and, right away you're like, Yikes, what's up, man? You ready? And I'm like, oh shit, I don't even have enough models. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. But so, it took me, a couple days, lined up a couple, models and whatnot. And I want to thank them for, coming out, spending, we spent like, how many, it was like 8 hours or 6 hours shooting or whatever. Was it longer or?
I don't think it was that long.
It was like 10 a.m. to like afternoonish. I remember something like that. It was one of them,
Well, that was probably. Are you talking about like the one we did in like Midtown?
The Midtown one, right? Yeah.
That was like 2 hours, maybe.
2 hours.
Yeah. Maybe you were like maybe you started like at 10.
I think picking them up or something like that. I might have, I was going around picking up each chick or meeting them with them and then having to,
Yeah, that was probably it. But we were only there probably like shooting? 2 hours. Yeah, we were probably shooting about 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, and I've done some other videos of like you actually painting a piece.
Oh yeah, meeting the styles.
Did meeting the styles too.
Oh yeah, you did the one at the wall. Me and my man Rascal. Shout out to Rascal.
Yeah, I think that was the first video I did.
Yeah, that was cool. And then put some cool music in the background. Yeah. Right now, like moving like super fast. Whatever. Wish I could move that fast.
I had to speed it up a little bit.
I mean, by the way, I do paint slow, but I do get it done.
That was would have been like that was a long shoot.
That was a long shoot. That
was the long one right there. I was like, we started in the morning and we ended like in the late afternoon.
Right. Yeah.
So I couldn't leave like 8 hours of footage.
Yeah, you had me speeding up, but actually I like that piece. That piece, we did that back in, what year was that? 2012.
I think it was
2012.
2012, somewhere around there. Yeah.
I remember that.
But I do remember I was driving around downtown and I was on the freeway. I was on 59 and then actually no. It was I was meeting up with some friends and we went out we were working on some stuff, working on a video.
Yeah.
We went out to eat though.
Yeah.
And then I was they were still going to U of H main campus. And so I was going on my way to drop them off when I see like your huge logo.
Oh, yeah, man.
On the side of the building. And then I looked at it. I was like, I know that guy. I was like, that's pretty messed up. He didn't tell me he was painting that piece.
Man, actually, man, I got a couple of stories behind that piece, man. First off, that piece was like, was it 20, 25 feet in the air or something like that? I mean,
it was up there.
I'm afraid of heights, by far. They had me in this little crane and, oh man, it was, bro, I was really, really shaky. I remember painting it. Shout out to Gonzo, 247. He's actually the one that we actually did all that. Actually, that was the Red Bull wall, to be honest with you. That was back 2000. 12, maybe 13. We painted that wall, but like we all had like different sections because the whole wall was decked out and whatnot. But I had a bottom section and I had the top section, and you could do whatever you want. It was free go. You also got paid for it. Yeah. And I was just like, all right. They're like, yikes. Well, what are you gonna do? And I'm just like, man, I want to paint my logo. I mean, this guy. So it was our hey.
Yeah, him with the pose.
So I was like, yeah, man, and bro, I'm telling you, bro, we're like, I don't know, like I said, 25 feet up and high in the air, and I'm just trying like, looking down, like, oh man, I'm not like you're gonna fall out of it, but it's just like, it was just more like, oh shit, I mean, can I do this, Yeah. And I'm like, hey, Gons, help me, But hey, man, it got done. It stayed up for a couple years.
Yeah.
And it was fun, man. You know what I'm saying? So people actually always hit me up like, yikes, I see your face. Yeah. I see your face on 59. And I'm just like, oh, hey, what's up? That's cool. I wish I could put my face up there again, Yeah.
That was at I know that building as the Meridian. Mm-hmm. That's how I know it. Like if you're in Houston, I knew it as the Meridian. I don't know what it's called now. It's not actually, the Meridian anymore.
That's kind of where we actually, shout out to Baby Girl and Hip Hop Clothing. They actually do the hip hop flea market there. Okay. It's on Leland. I think it's Leland and 59. 59 Chartist. Yeah. Is that Chartist? Yeah, they it's 4,400 or I might have messed that all up, but it's right there. They do like a market every first Sunday of the month.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
The art's still there. I mean, hasn't been covered since 2000. Well,
those different pieces.
That side.
No, that side's been covered.
Besides, it got covered one time. They went over like the character, but the urban rhythm. Yeah. That's still there. Houston, Texas, and there's a couple other stuff that it kind of might have got changed, but it's been there that artwork's been there for a good minute. Across the way and the other side of the building. Yeah, it's changed. It changes. Throughout the times.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so I always wanted to know. How'd you get into graffiti?
How did I get into graffiti?
Yeah. When did you start?
Oh man, started.
How the whole?
Okay, I was back in high school. Which was 2 years ago?
Yeah. That's how long it's been.
Back in high school because back in high school, I think it was like back in '96.
Yeah.
Man, did I just tell you my age? All right. So back in '96, I had a good friend of mine, but actually best friend, Blue.
Yeah.
He would always, just tag and draw at the lunch table, and man, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, man. I would look and watch and like, man, how the hell do you do that, bro? Like that shit looks so cool. Like, how do you do it? And he would just honestly, I don't even think you can teach someone because it's style. You got to kind of have your own style because everybody has their style. But man, I just, I guess like you just pick up the pencil, pen, paper, marker, and you just continue. And I just started doing bubble letters, and I started watching him. Like I said, this is like 96, 97. And I had like an old house in the back, and I used to spray paint back there, but I was not good. I'm not saying I'm good now, but I was just like, oh man, I can't do this. And they would come over and paint like, phenomenal pieces. And I'm just like, oh man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Characters, letters, couldn't do it. So I just, kept on trying. And hey, sure enough, man, I guess I'm here now, Yeah. I'm painting.
Yeah. So it started off sketching, just sketching sketching. On a piece of paper.
Yeah, piece of paper.
Drawing it out, stuff like that, and then taking that drawing and then trying to put it on the wall.
Well, yeah, with spray paint.
Yeah. And I remember like one time when I was recording you at the Meaning of Styles when we were shooting that video off of like Harrisburg. What's that place called?
The Ham.
The Ham, Harrisburg Art Museum.
Art Museum.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So when you were doing there, I remember you recording it, and then you painting, and then like I'm recording it, and I'm looking, and I was like, man, I would get the proportions of that like all kinds of messed up. just doing trying to do the lines and stuff like that. I'll have like one huge letter, then one tiny letter. I'm like, oh man, yeah,
man,
just
believe it or
that.
not, man. You take a step back and whatnot, and you're just like, oh, is that kind of small? Or you try to add stuff like to make it proportion or make it fit, But there's sometimes where you just don't have a lot of time to do a lot of stuff and, refer to other things, painting stuff, and you just get in there and go, you know what I'm saying, and knock it out.
So it's more of it's kind of like you go by the motions, right? So you'll sketch it out or you'll have an idea and basically it's just trying to do those same movements, except you're just doing it at a larger scale.
Yeah, but you need to have like, I guess it's like called can control.
Yeah.
So the can control is like, so it's like just in order to how to control the can, the spray, I can't airbrush, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Airbrush is a different animal.
Yeah.
You got to press down and press back. The spray can, you just press down and but now it just depends on how far you are away from the surface. As far as like painting, you want a thin line, you want to get as close as you can to the wall or object. You want to get a fat line, you move the can further back, but then you're gonna get like a, if you want that,
Okay. And then there's also like different tips you could use, right? Different caps.
The different tips, but back in the days, man, growing up, we didn't have those different tips, man. Now, like the people, man, like these upcoming kids. Yeah. I mean, shout out to the upcoming kids because, man, graffiti's come a long, long way. But like the tips, like in 98 maybe, 99, like I might have started actually like trying to really paint, like, I think I can do this. Yeah. I couldn't, but I would spend my money on buying these tips. Yeah. We probably only had like 4 tips, and like, all the old school graffiti artists, they know where I'm coming from with this, man. I mean, maybe 4 or 6. I mean, it wasn't many, like we have now. I mean, we got like 30 different tips to choose from, and probably 30 different kinds of paint to choose from too, But before, I mean, you're 16, 17 years old or younger, 14, and you first I probably had little money and whatnot, and the store, we had one graffiti store, well, maybe 2, but one, it was called The Bomb over there off of Westheimer. That is no longer not even in sight, of course, But man, you would buy a couple of paint, you can use little hip hop magazines, or what I'm saying, like you're just cool because first off, you're on Westheimer, you know what I'm saying, and you just buying graffiti material and whatnot. But now, I mean, we got like 4 stores, maybe 3 or 4 stores booming here in the city, whatever, that sell all types of paint and magazines, tips. I mean, good stuff, Yeah. Good stuff.
And those tips, they control like the spray pattern, right?
Oh yeah. Because you can get like a New York skinny. Yeah. So New York skinny is New York like a skinny, or a New York fat, and you just a little fatter. You got German outlines. You got German fat outlines. I mean, good stuff, man. His water's great, man. I'm drinking it. I got one more bottle left,
Oh, we got some more. Some more.
Yeah.
I got to make sure you stay hydrated. Yikes. Oh, yeah, man. I don't want you passing out. I don't want you passing out in the middle of
I don't think I want me passing out, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And, man, so it's basically like, it's kind of like you're choosing your tool, right, with those tips. I was like, you can get like different little effects to make it a little easier, right, to do like certain lines.
Well, I guess certain lines, and then like you want to fill in real quick, you know, like if you ain't got too much time, but like I said, you want to, give yourself some space as far as when you're painting the wall or the object. So, so you can get the fat, but it's going to take a lot of your paint, so you got to know how to use it. So you can get a German fat. I mean, I'm not going to say don't get it, but bro, you'll be out of your paint in minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because that just sucks up all your paint. Or you can, just if you want to like try to save some paint, do it with the thin, but it's gonna come out really fine. It's gonna come out real slow, kind of like I don't know, what was I going with this? Like gas. You put gas, whatever, and it's like if it's like just going 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
It's just like that. So like the paint, 1, 2, or you can get the paint and put the fat outline and and fill it in. Like I said, it's just gonna take, but you definitely wanna just take your time. And I mean, art, it's all art, you know. So hopefully, the piece is gonna come out dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's what you shoot for.
So when you're first trying out and trying to paint, and then actually painting, and then you said you were horrible when you started.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like anything, you know.
Yeah. What made you keep going, keep trying at it? What was like the reasoning behind it?
Man, actually, man, I quit. I mean, I took a break. I ain't gonna say I quit because there's no such thing as I quit doing my craft. You know, I guess I started in '96. I went maybe to like 96, 97 because it was like summertime. I went to, I don't know what, 99, 2000. Then like the year 2000, it was just a whole different thing. I mean, you wanted, you know, to ride on 20s and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because if you weren't riding on 20s or you weren't at like the cool parties, I was just kind of just doing other stuff. I mean, of course, now you can still do all of that, but it's just like me. I was just like, man, what do I want to do? So I kind of like just like broke away from it for about 4 years. And in 2004, I had a little tragedy happen that made me, you know, that just talked to myself and was just like, yikes. I'm never going to quit graffiti, you know? Like, I'm never going to quit graffiti. I mean, due to that, you know, happening, I lost my brother, you know what I'm saying, Weka, you know? So when Weka passed away, he was just a vandal. I mean, he didn't really care for the art. He didn't care for the graffiti, like, one bit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he just wanted to, like, destroy, vandalize. I mean, you got those artists out there, you know what I'm saying? You don't really got like, oh, like, you know, there's politics in the shit, you know? So like saying, I'm a graffiti artist, I only paint legal walls. Oh, he got wings, he's a legal artist, he's a legal artist. Or you got those people that like, yo, man, I only paint trains. Cool, you know? Hey, be safe out there. You know, I painted some trains. I know how it is. You can get run out of there. You can, you know, I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. But, you know what I'm saying? It's not that, I mean, I won't stop painting them. I mean, I still want to paint them. You know what I'm saying? But, man, you just got you got levels, you know what I'm saying? You like, you know, be an artist to paint legal walls, and that's all you do. You're gonna do murals. You're just gonna get paid for it. Do you just want to vandalize? But that, like I said, like that's what Weka was. You know, moving back to Weka, like in 2004, you know, I lost my brother. He passed away, and you know, I was in a dark dark place at the time, just for a while, man. It took me a lot to get out of there. And I was just like, man, well, what can I do to bring back my happiness, you know? And I was like, well, shit, I mean, I guess I'll just try the artwork again. Like I said, so I took the break from 2000 to 2004, a whole 4 years, solid break. I'm talking about during those 4 years, I didn't even pick up a spray can. I mean, I was like at the Kappa beach parties and in Galveston and trying to rap or freestyle or do something. I mean, that's what I was during 2000 to 2004. Like, that was my person. Like, I never claimed to be the graffiti artist or an artist or anything. But yeah, man, once I lost my brother, it was more like, yeah, you know what? I'm never going to quit graffiti. I'll be 60 and, you know, I'm going to be doing graffiti. You know what I mean? I got brothers out like up in New York, man. They're still doing them. These guys are legends, you know. Shout out to Tats Crew, you know. I mean, I hit them up on the phone. You know, we wish each other, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Thanksgiving. How's your family? These guys are, you know, been doing it since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are sick, man, like straight up. And they come down to Houston and we end up meeting up, you know, whenever they come or whatever. And we still chat, man. But these dudes are killing it in New York, killing it in the Bronx. You know, but yeah, man. So like I said, man, yeah, I'm never gonna stop now. Like, I'm gonna be a graffiti artist till I'm just gone, you know? Yeah, man. Like, till I'm gone. Like, so
it's just like a passion. It's a passion you have. You just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it's a passion, man. It's a passion. And like I said, just to live with my brother's name, Weka's name, and just to keep it alive and keep it going. You know, just I write Weka on everything. I mean, you know, just so it's Weka or 341. You know, so it's just like that was his number. Every graffiti artist has a number. and that's what he wanted to be. Like, and it was just like, so, man, like, I just gonna keep it going forever, you know?
It's dope, man. It's dope. So you enjoy doing it. And was there a point where when you realized you were getting better, that you considered yourself, like an artist? Because for me, I say this a lot. I have a hard time calling myself an artist. Yeah, I just find that, I don't know, I find it weird because in my mind, the word artist is like tied to someone who can draw really well.
Right. See, I can't draw. Yeah. So, and that's what people are like, oh, Yikes can do it. Yikes can do it. Yeah. Like, Yikes can get it done. Don't get me wrong. I'll definitely get the job done.
Yeah.
It might not be me doing it. I'll be there to help, on what I could help in.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And I mean, that's just being real. Like, as far as like, I'm not an artist, man. I'm just a graffiti artist. A graffiti artist is someone that can illustrate, draw, come up with the letters, because that's what graffiti is. Graffiti now, of course, people think, the whole street art, and it's, it's being more appreciated, more accepted.
Yeah.
In today's times. But back, years, I mean, the shit was just like, oh, this is, and of course people still feel that way as far as like it not being good or it not being cool or whatever. And that's cool. I mean, everybody got opinions. I mean, I ain't knocking it, but I mean, shit, Nike's using it for, advertising. I mean, Reebok, I mean, Coke. I mean, you got these big brand companies like, marketing their product using graffiti, but we weren't accepted back in the days, man, but as far as like when did I feel like I elevated to being, I guess I got good?
Yeah.
Man, I don't even think I don't want to say I'm not good, because I mean, I have done some cool stuff that I'm like, hey, I like that. Or I'll go back to some pictures and be like, damn, that was good. That's a little cool little highlight. But man, believe it or not, man, there's some times where I'm still kind of learning, like straight up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I think I'm pretty decent, I think I'm okay, I mean, I love it, Yeah.
But I think that's something that it's kind of weird to put a time period or to say like a certain event. And I go through it, like I've talked about this to shout out to my boy FM, man. Yeah, I did an
Future
interview.
Millionaire.
Yeah, I did an interview with him like a while back. And like I asked him kind of like the same question, and he was like, you don't really know when you're in it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of happening.
I have no idea how that just happened. I guess you guys wanted to see my face. I'm not sure. Where did that go? Wow. Did that break? How did that happen? It didn't even break. I don't know.
I can't breathe.
That was not staged. That was not supposed to happen. Hopefully I can put these back in and back on my face like that. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm not even sure why I was messing with me. I swear that's never happened. I mean, all right, I guess I'll make sure nothing else falls off. All right. All right, we're good?
All right.
God damn.
Let me catch my breath.
I don't know how that happened, and I don't know what we were talking about. I apologize. But that was weird. All right.
All right. I think we're good.
We're back.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah. I was talking to, I was saying, like, I had the interview with my boy FM.
Right, yeah.
We're talking about that. Like, I asked him a question because he's a audio engineer, recording engineer, mixing engineer. He's in the music industry. And I remember asking him, I was like, when do you feel like you got to the point where you're like, man, that you're actually kind of good and kind of transition, or that you consider yourself like a in the industry, like a part of it and stuff like that.
Right.
And I remember he told me, he was like, man, he was like, I can't tell you like a specific time.
Right.
I can't tell you. It's because he was like, man, when you're doing it, you don't realize that it's happening.
No, that's the word. You just don't realize.
You're kind of like taking it like basically you're just keep trying to do what you're doing.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you realize, oh man, like I'm able to make a living off of this. Like,
right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, shit, I can just go back to a couple of my pieces that I did like in 2010 to 2000. No, let's just say 2009 to 2019. Like, you know, the 10-year where, you know, I mean, I could show you a Y that I did in 2009.
Yeah.
And I could show you a Y that I did yesterday.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, damn. And I look at it like, I thought that shit was cool back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't nobody tell me that was not cool? Or I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I mean, it's like I said, like you know, I mean, me personally, I mean, and you know, shout out to FM.
Yeah.
I just don't think like you notice the transition or I mean, you're in it for so long and you're just like, oh shit, I did that or I colored it that way. Yeah. Sometimes it's luck too, you know what I mean? And you're just like, oh shit, cool, you know? I'm gonna ride with it. I mean, it looks good. Yeah. You know,
you just keep doing it and you keep trying to get better.
Right.
And you're just each little project, each like song, each picture, each painting, each video, you're just trying to improve.
Right. Yeah.
And
man.
then so you're like, okay, so like I do this too. Like I could look back at old, like you're saying, I could look back at like old pictures, old videos. I was like, man, that is crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crap. But you have to go through that development process because you're not gonna be great like right off the bat.
Right? No.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean, there's kids out there like, you know, that I mean, like that I be like, man, I want this now. But yo, man, it's just like anything, man. Like you can't get it now. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to work. You know what I'm saying? And just keep on building and building and building. Like they say, you got to walk before and crawl before you walk. You know, and it just happens, man. I promise you, it's gonna happen if you stick to it. Yeah, and consistent.
Yeah, and you've done some work with the city, right? Helping helping.
Oh yeah,
kids.
With the mayor's gang office, man. Yeah. You know, shout out to the mayor's gang office, the MAGO team out there. I've worked with them 3 years this year, 2019, and man, you know, they bring me apart, and I work with them. You know, the kids change out throughout the years. Yeah. But I mean, the kids are ranged from like, what's that? 13 to like 16, maybe 17. But yeah, man, just working with them or whatever. And we just kind of actually, I created a piece with, like I guess it was like wall. I don't know what it was. What was that on? And they ended up putting it in the office and whatnot. So it wasn't like just me. Canvas? It was like a canvas. Maybe it was canvas for the wall. Yeah. But it was just artwork that the kids wanted to do. Yeah. And I just like kind of gave a little touch to it. And I was just like, yo, like, let's just do it like this. And man, we had a fun time, man. And they ended up having fun. As long as the kids are having fun and, you know, and I love working with the kids, man, you know? All right.
And so you basically like give them like pointers, give them tips and stuff like
because
that.
Of course there's some of them that are like not even artistic, or some of them that don't even really care for, you know, to be the graffiti artist or be an artist or, you know, like, so, and then there's some that are very interested, you know, and they're like, oh man, I wish I, whatever. So, you know, you just talk to them one-on-one or, you know, you're just like drawing, but some of them, shit, believe it or not, man, some of them got some skills, man. Because I gave them like a little template of my letters. Yeah. And I would give each one a copy, and they would all draw. And at the end of the day, they could draw whatever word they wanted, whether their mother's name, boyfriend's name, girlfriend's name, whatever, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, and I would look at some of these and I was just like, oh, hey, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's good. I like that, you know? Yeah.
That's dope, man. So that's something you do with the city?
Yeah, with the city, man. And, you know, like I said, shout out to Glendy Garcia, man. She's actually the one that actually like that actually gave me the opportunity, you know? Okay. And she's just a good old friend. And, you know, she works for the city now and MAGO, Mayor's Anti-Gang Office, and got to do that, and you know, get to go to their Christmas parties, and I get awards. And I mean, it's cool, man. Like they actually the city of Houston actually gave me a couple of awards. It says, you know, awesome. Granted. And I'm just like, oh shit, like I want to put this in my room, you know? So yeah, you know, I wish my room was this this neat, you know what I'm saying? But it's not. But I need to get it there.
Hey, you can. Baby steps, yikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, so man, what do you got going on right now, man?
Right now, man. Actually, yesterday, man, I just had a important, cool meeting. Shout out to Pabst Blue Ribbon. You know, I brought him a part.
Got to get some product placement in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to PBR, man. Last night I had a meeting with him. I soon to be doing, or once it gets passed, and it can't just you say yes, I say yes, and bam, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's a little couple process to doing anything, even for the city. I mean, I painted for the city here in Houston, and stuff got to get approved and passed, and it's a long wait. But at the end, I mean, when they're cutting you a check, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it's worth the wait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's cool, But for Pabst, there's a brand new bar that just opened May 2nd. I don't know if you've been downtown lately. Edu, it's what they call
East Downtown.
East Downtown.
Yeah,
it's actually blooming, man. It's blooming and booming.
Yeah,
they got a couple new places out there that just popped up over time over the last since last summer.
Yeah,
and these places are just like, I mean, I think maybe by the end of this year, maybe this year, I mean, we're gonna have a little town right there, man, and it's nice, man. It's really, really nice. But before I get off subject, the place where I'm gonna be painting this wall mural is at Truck Yard downtown. Truck Yard, man. It's a cool spot. If you guys haven't already been there, check it out. I know what the manager's a cool ass guy. He's actually the one that approached me and was like, "Hey, Yikes, what's up, man? We got Lone Star right here. We got Revolver right here. We got Eighth Wonder right here. We got some other beer company like in the restroom area." He's like, "What's up with Pabst?" And I was just like, "All right, hold on. Let me make a phone call." Made a phone call, called my guy, and he was like, "What's up, Yikes?" I said, "Hey, can we have a meeting at a Truck Yard?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, sure thing." Meeting went well yesterday, So he was just like, "Hey, Yikes, yeah, man. I gotta, come up with a couple of sketches, and it's really like a free 16 by 9, 16 feet long, 9 feet high. Pretty good area, I mean, it's white and it's no interference. I mean, it's flat wall, so I get to do whatever I want. I mean, of course, add the PBR. I mean, we want to add the city of Houston.
Yeah,
So I got some ideas already right now. So I gotta get to work here soon, and knock out some sketches. And like I said, Tuesday they're running it by corporate, and I gotta have some stuff ready by Tuesday. Really, to kind of like let them know, like, hey, what am I gonna be doing, or more or less of my idea,
That's dope. Just thinking about that, I remember. Do you remember your first piece that you got paid for?
My first piece that I got paid for.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, first piece that I got paid for. And I don't think I remember my first piece that I got paid for. Like that's just like really like, I mean, Red Bull paid for a couple things, but this is like 2013, and that was fun, And then like, we'll just go with that one, man. We'll just go with the Red Bull one, man. I got invited to Top Golf in spring when the I guess the place first opened.
Yeah.
We got to cut the ribbon, and I'm just like a part of that, and I was just like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is cool. They had me paint a cooler.
Yeah.
And I painted a cooler. It actually sat at the spring location for a little bit, and then they started moving them around because like the next time there was a new cooler, and then they said that mine had moved to, I think, the one on I-10. I yet to go there, but I think it's like Katy.
Yeah.
Top Golf. But then they were just like, just moving them. So, I mean, this is years ago. But yeah, man, I got paid for that, and that was cool. You know, I mean, I was able to bring a guest, and I mean, there was like celebrities there, whatnot, and I could bring one guest or two guests. You know, so I brought my two guests, and we had fun. And I mean, I don't know how to golf, you know, but we got free golf, free food. I mean, you know, I got paid at the end of the night, and it was a good night. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of did it just happen? Like it was like because I remember like the first time like I got paid for something like in photography, and like videography, like you work when you first start off, you're just working, you just do this stuff because you want to do it. So there's a process where you're shooting, you're either drawing, you're doing whatever, and you're doing it for free. Right. You're doing it just because you like doing it. You like it or you love it, you know what I'm saying? It's just because you like doing it. And then you kind of, well, it depends on the person, but like there was a like, hey man, like people started approaching you. He's like, I'll pay you to shoot this, or I'll pay you if you could take some pictures of this and stuff like that. It's a process that it happens over time. It's not going to happen like automatically. But I know as an artist, probably like everyone should hear this, that it's more of you kind of working on your craft, basically working for free. Yeah. Like in the beginning, just to get better. And then there's going to be some time.
Put your name out there too. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to take some time. You know, and that time could be months. It could be years. I mean, it could take a long while, man, before it happens. But if you keep at it and you're good at it, I mean, eventually someone's going to want to pay you for some services, whether it's like a piece or a photo or a wall. And it's more about, and Yikes still won't turn off his phone in this podcast recording. And it's like that's the third time. Did you hear that? Yes. I ignored the first two times the phone rang.
Why is my phone ringing?
You know, I thought he would know that it's a proper podcast etiquette. To put your phone on like silent or vibrate at least, man.
All right. Done. It shouldn't ring no more.
All right. I'm gonna keep.
Hold on. What are you doing to me, guys? Hold on. Let me figure this out. All right,
guys, that actually happened. That actually. Are you sure?
It's not happening no more.
All right. Are you sure? Yikes.
Positive. Yikes. Man, I mean, you just never know. I mean, God, my goodness.
Oh man.
My God, how did that happen? I turned it off, and the thing, like the second I turned it off.
Sure, Yikes. Sure. I believe you, man. I believe you.
I'm not even sure who's calling me. You know what I'm saying? Not even sure who's calling me.
Yeah, man. But it's dope. I forgot what I was talking about. But artists keep trying. If you love doing it, just keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, no. I think I knew where you were kind of going with it. Maybe you know what I'm saying. If not, I'm just gonna give my little input about that. Man. But it's more like as far as like there is a time where like shit, you do stuff for free for the friend and for the friend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you can't keep doing stuff for free because then you won't build. And I mean, it's just like, you're taking advantage of my stuff, my time. Like I could be doing something else. And I mean, one time is cool. Yeah. Maybe two times, but I'm probably on the second time, I'm probably going to approach you and be like, hey man, take me out to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. Yeah. I'll just be like, man, I'm hungry. I ain't even got to be hungry. I'll just be like, hey, I'm hungry, man. I ain't ate all day. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, I mean, that's just an invite. Like, hey man, like, we stopping somewhere? I mean, you can give me fast food. I ain't tripping. But I mean, yeah, man, you just like any artist, whether you're a hairstylist, you're a photographer, you're a graffiti artist. Like I said, yes, we do stuff for free. We have done stuff for free, but I mean, there comes a time where you can't do it for free. Not if you're trying to make a living off of it.
If you're trying to become a professional, if you're trying to make a living off of it, you're gonna have to. You can't. You're gonna have to, and it's kind of like it's a progression too from there, because then it's when you get to that point, it's a switch where you're like, all right, as an artist, you just want to create.
Yeah.
But then when you start making money, it becomes more of the business side, where you gotta get like, okay, you start thinking about how much your time is worth,
right?
How much you're spending to create this project, and what other stuff you could be doing instead of doing this.
Right.
There's opportunity costs involved, like in everything you do. But it's to the point where it kind of switches, and if you want to make a profession off of it, you have to have that you got to learn the business side to it too.
Right.
You just can't be the artist and just create and just take photos or draw or paint or whatever, sketches.
Right.
You got to add that business side, and I think that's something that you gotta learn too.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
And that actually took. I mean, I'm actually still learning the business side of it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I found out. I mean, everybody has a value, and you got to find out what you're worth. And there's actually a couple years ago, not too long, that I was able to find myself and able to find what I'm worth. And I felt like like I'm gonna do this, but now it's gonna be for this.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man.
I've always, find like the pricing, like how much you price your services for. I always find that interesting, in the fact that it's there's a lot to incorporate, and you have to take apart your skill level, what you can do, all this other stuff, but also how much, like you were saying, you value your time, how much you feel your skills are worth. Right. And it's there's not a specific way of doing this.
No, I mean,
it's kind of out there. So I know, like when I first started, I would have trouble pricing my services. Like, I didn't know what could I charge, how much people are willing to pay, stuff like that. I always worry more about like overcharging. I was like, man, I don't want to overcharge them or anything like that.
Right.
But you get to the point where you gotta raise your prices. You find what price you're comfortable at, and then you get to the point where there's times where you got to say no to some stuff.
Yeah.
Like if they're not paying good enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If it's a whole bunch of work for not what you feel like you're worth, then
I almost got like a price list now. Like, I'm almost, as of right now, I got a little price list. So now I'm not like on the phone, or when say, like, if we're in person and you just met me, like, yikes, I need to get this painted, and I need this here, and then I'm like, all right, well, let's measure this wall, and I got prices like immediately now. And it's funny because like people now hear prices and we're like, don't say nothing, or like, you'll never hear from them. And then there's some that when we like, I tell them, it's gonna be 500, and then be like, oh, hey, when can we start? I'm like, well, shit, it takes 250. I would take 250 to start, to just go out and go get some materials. Yeah. And then I'll pick up the rest when the job's complete. Yeah. But yeah, man, I guess if you're like, on it, and you're just like, man, that's the price. Cause like I said, I mean, I don't have a sheet. Yeah. I just know what I'm going to charge for whatever. I mean, and then I got the homie hookup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I got the homie hookup, and I'm a lookout. You know what I'm saying? But preferably, I think me and my team. Shout out to my man Seuss. He's actually helps me out a lot in lots of some of these I guess projects that we've done, in whether in people's houses, people's walls, bars, commission artwork. He actually helps out a lot. And my only helper, really. And I tell him, hey man, what's up? You're good with this? You good with that? He's like, yeah, I'm good. Cool. Pick up the check. So I'll go pick up the check, and I'm just like, all right, man, let's roll, But I believe, I mean, not knocking nobody's prices. I just think I'm still pretty inexpensive. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I just want to rock with people, man. Like straight up, man. I want to show love, man. I want my artwork everywhere, man. Whether it's in your restaurant, I don't care where it's at, man. I just want a little bit of me wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, like I got these stickers and I stick them up everywhere. New York, Colorado, LA, everywhere, man. And I'm just like, it's coming to a city near you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, yeah, that's Yikes, you know? Yeah, man. Like straight up.
Just like with your clothing, right?
Yeah, the clothing line, man. That was actually pretty fun. And it started out, man, the clothing line was just for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure we're breaking off into another subject, but I mean, well, we can, you know what I mean? But the clothing line, oh man, this is a fun project, you know? Bro, like I made my first shirt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody's heard the story or maybe there's a couple people that's heard the story, but I was with my girl at the time, you know, bae, I ain't got no girl, only you. Yeah. So, yeah, I was in Walmart and I literally had a sweater. It was just it was like crew neck sweater, like just like this, but this is a custom one. I mean, I had send this one off to get cut and sewed. So it started out black, of course, but I added the purple in it.
Oh, that's a sweater?
Yeah, this is a sweater. You know?
Man, I thought you just had the sweater underneath and then a black shirt on top.
Oh, no. This is one piece, man. Yeah, it's one piece, man. Like I got somebody here in Houston, man. They cut and sews and he put it together for me. And I was just like, oh, man, that's the best thing ever. Yeah. But at the time, I just had like a regular gray sweater, a red sweater. And he was like... and it just had this. Like this is how I started my clothing line. It started with this, and I think it was probably like maybe filled in or whatnot. Maybe I'm not sure. So I started out with this. I was walking in Walmart. Stranger walks up to me and says, "Hey, where'd you get that shirt?" And I was just like, "Huh?" And he was like, and I was like, "My shirt?" And I'm like, "Oh, I made it." And he's like, "You made it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I made it." And he's like, "What do you mean? No, you didn't make that?" I said, "Nah, I made it." And he's like, "Man, nah, man, like for real, where'd you get it at?" And I kind of know because, man, you know, I got some friends of mine that did this to me back in high school. I was like, "Man, where'd you get that shirt?" It was like a cool graffiti shirt. And I was like, "Man, where'd you get it at?" I mean, and you had to not really have money, but you had to go to the cool stores and, you know, your mom wasn't taking you or whatever. I mean, shout out to my TJ, but, you know, like, you had to go to the cool stores. So I was only able to go to Wieners. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it wasn't at Wieners, I didn't get it, you know? Yeah. So there was like some cool Echo shirts or some cool, you know, and I was just like tribal gear. And I'm like, what? Where'd you get it at? So I almost felt like that kid. Yeah. But the kid's like, he's like, "Man, where'd you get it at?" And I'm just like, "Man, I made it." And he's like, "No, man, you got it at Zoomies." Like he's telling me. And I'm like, damn, can this be in Zoomies? Yeah. Like, cool. Like, no, I made it, man. And then he's like, "For real?" So I break out my phone and I start showing him pictures, and I even like I said, "Bro, I got the tattoo." You know? But I guess even the tattoo doesn't even matter, because like you can have a tattoo of a Boston Red Sox or, you know, the Patriots. Yeah. That just means you're a fan. So I was just like, no, man, like straight up, I made it. It's me. I'm Yikes. I can't. I don't know how to even tell him. Yeah. He's like, "Man, I want it," and I was just like, oh man. And I was like, I go, well, you have a I don't even know what we were working with back then. This is 2012. Yeah. Maybe was it? I don't even know what social media we were on, or maybe just a phone number. But he was like, no, I want it right now. And I was just like, what? My man's like pulling out money from his pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? He's literally like just like counting, like, and I'm just like. I have no idea what's going on. My girl, man, you know, women, since she was all like, and I'm just like, chill. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. My man's about to pay me, or if not, he's showing me some money. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. So he ends up pulling $28 out, and I'm just like, $28? So he's like, yeah, man. All I got is $28, and I was just like, all right, bro. He handed me the $28. I was just like, all right. So I'm not gonna come out my sweater right now because I got nothing underneath this, but I had a white shirt, like a lousy white shirt at the time. I mean, it was midnight or it was late, you know, I was at Walmart. And I mean, I was like, who cares? I'm just in this lousy white shirt. I mean, now I thought I wanted to wear my cool sweater, but the guy just bought it from me from my back, you know? So I was just like, all right, cool, man. He ended up taking it, man. And I was just like, what the hell? And then like my girl at the time, she's like, did you just sell your sweater? And I was just like, yeah. And then she's like, what? How much did he pay you? And I'm like, I don't know. And it was like I said, a couple, like $28. And I was just like, what the hell? And then I mean, she didn't really care too much for it. And I was just like, damn, this shit sold. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. So I was like, all right, cool. I sold my first piece. And that's all I had. It was one of one at the time. Yeah. And so I went back, man, and I printed me another one. So at that time, I printed a couple more or whatever. And I just took a picture of it, put it on Facebook. I had no idea, like we were talking about earlier, like what to price stuff. Yeah. I had no idea what to sell a t-shirt for at the time. Okay. So I was like, I don't know, what, $15 or $10, $15, $20? I don't know what's a lot, you know? Yeah. I have no idea. I ended up selling for $15 at the time. And man, I put it on Facebook. Man, it just got hits, likes, comments, and I want one. I was like, oh, this is cool, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Annabelle. Hey, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Hey, man, this is dope. You know, like people want my product, you know, like cool, you know? So I ended up like having to print a whole bunch. Then I had like a wad of cash. I was just like, what? Yeah. What is going on? So then I just printed more. And then I, of course, just like we were talking about earlier, I elevated it into like not just this or whatever. I ended up like, I was like, man, what else can I do with this? I think it's when I came out with the Houston shirt, you know, so, and that was actually one of my top sellers. Like I've sold over 100 of those shirts and just kind of just gave out probably over 100 at the same time. Like I'm just like, here, you know, I'm like just to get it out there. But, man, like that shirt sells. I made a Thrasher kind of look-alike. That one sold out really quick. I'm actually inside Deerbrook Mall. That would actually like, when they seen that, they were like, yikes, we want this inside the store. I did a little pop-up. I ended up selling it in the store. I'm not sure how much product I have there now. I don't think I have any product, but they're always telling me, yikes, bring some product, or some laundry. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Some laundry. So I need to stop by there or whatever this year and fill the store back up. But yeah, man, just shout out to everybody out there that's purchased or just rocking with some Yikes Laundry, man. And shout out, hey, Mike, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I have to support. I have to support, man.
You know?
Yeah. It's man, you should at least tell the people, the viewers, the listeners, where can they get some Yikes Laundry if they're interested in getting some Yikes Laundry, man?
You can get some Yikes Laundry. I used to have a website, but the website wasn't doing, or I didn't know how to really work, and I'm not really computer editing. So I had Mike, you know, running it, and he was, you know, doing his thing. But a lot of people, I guess, maybe wanted to just maybe, I guess, meet the artist or meet, you know, just whatnot. So we kind of closed it down because I was putting a lot of money into it, and it wasn't too much money, but it was just money being wasted. Because if you're not going to do nothing with it, you can put that money somewhere else. So I'm actually just setting up my Instagram, man. You can follow me on my Instagram, Yikes Laundry 341, and you can hit me in the DM, hey, and just let me know, man, if you want, you know, a shirt, or if you see me or my Facebook, you know, Yikes Weka on Facebook, Yikes Laundry 341. Man, and just like I said, just slide in that DM and let me know, like, hey, man, I wear this and that, and I'll definitely get it done. I mean, big sizes, small sizes, doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I meet people everywhere. Like this one guy was like, "Yikes, hey, man, I'm gonna be at the Astros ball game, and can you meet me here?" And I was just like, "Shit, sure enough." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I made a Crush City shirt for the Astros, and that shirt sold quite a bit. I mean, it's just like, so now it's 2019. I really don't want to come back with those old stuff, but of course it's still kind of moving here and there. I want to design or create a new Yikes Laundry for 2019. I have yet to think about something.
Oh,
but
man,
I mean,
you gotta get on that.
Yeah,
Yikes,
I
man, you
had to,
gotta get on that, man.
Right.
We need the 2019 collection, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need the fall and the spring.
Right, we got spring coming up, you know. So
we got the spring.
Actually, I got one for spring. I'm sorry, I do have one for spring. It's coming. I mean, I think I might have even send you a picture of that. You know what I'm saying? Back in October, November.
Yeah.
So it's coming out in March this year. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, man. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
You gotta get on that. Yikes, man. We gotta come up with some new designs, stuff like that.
But yeah, man.
This is funny that I'm telling you to get on that because just the other day you're trying to tell me to get on my Instagram. I gotta step my IG game up.
I mean, and by the way, he never messaged me back. I was just like, hey, yo, can you catch up the IG?
Man.
Hey, yo, can you catch up the IG?
I'm gonna tell you why.
I never got responded back. But I was just like,
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that night that we were texting, I was actually in the middle of painting a car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in the middle of painting a car when we were texting, so I was a little occupied. Yeah, so
occupied. That's the word.
Yeah, a little occupied, but you know, I was gonna get back to you. I was gonna let you know why and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was just like, yo, man, we gotta catch up to Instagram, you know?
Yeah, so it's a thing with me, like especially with social media. Well, since I was off of social media for over 2 years. Probably like 2 years. I was no social media, no Facebook.
Why is that?
No IG.
I love it. I can't live without it.
You want to get into this, man? All right, man. Let's get into this. All right,
please.
So there's actually a lot of reasons why I got off social media for a while. Mostly, it was because, well, I'll name out the reasons. Most of them involve my mental health, man.
Okay.
It's just like it got to the point where I was seeing posts and I was seeing stuff. Like one of the reasons why I would see people's posts, and not that I was jealous of them, but I started thinking about like they'll be on like some crazy vacation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just reminds me. I was like, man, I haven't had a vacation since like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wish I could go on a vacation.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that sucks. I can't go on a vacation.
No, you can go on a vacation.
Dude, man, to tell you the truth, my days, I'm lucky if I have 30 minutes of time to myself.
Really?
That I get to relax. And well, actually, not even that anymore, man. There's not 1 minute of the day anymore where I can relax or I could just when I'm not doing anything or I don't have stuff to do or I'm not working on things, anything like that. But yeah, so other people's posts were getting me upset. And then I'd see the stuff that people would post and I was like, man, that's so stupid. I was like, and I would see like, you know, or like people talking about like they're sharing a picture of a dress and arguing what color the dress is.
Bro, I'm not going to get into that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm like, what kind of stupid shit is this?
Yeah.
And why is everybody talking about this? I'm like, this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, most of the stuff on there is just like over the top. It was just like pissing me off. I was just frustrated. I'm like, I can't believe people are like actually wasting their time like talking about this stupid dress color or this
but I mean I think man, honestly, bro, I used to, you know, not to cut you off, but some of your social media stuff that you would post, or I remember following you on Snapchat.
Yeah, man,
I would love to just wake up and watch your story because it was like you would kill it, man. It was just like little cool stuff, like how did he do that, or I want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I never did it or whatever, but there's just some times where, I mean, even like your little short stories, little short films, those are all kick ass, man. And I think you need to do it more. And be consistent, get those followers up, and shit, you know?
See, that's another thing, man. I don't care about followers, man. I don't care about followers. I don't care about how many people like my posts.
Not that I don't care, whatever, but I don't want to post my, say a picture of us, and let's just say we don't get one like, I'm gonna be upset, bro. Like, straight up, if I can't get one like, all right. So we kind of do it for the likes, whether we don't want to say it or we say it. I can understand. Maybe there's some stuff up there that is like, why did that person post that? You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But food is gonna get all kind of likes.
And see, that's what I can't stand, man. And that's one of the reasons why it was so easy for me to get off Snapchat, because every single Snapchat was a picture of food, or else like a video of the person in their car listening to music.
Yeah, see, now that type of stuff. Yeah, now that I normally, if I follow you on Snapchat, I'm watching your Snapchat story. Yeah. I don't want to see. This is the radio of your car.
Yeah.
I don't know why that fell. And this is your phone, and you're just recording just the buttons and 97.9 or 104 or whatever station you guys might be listening to. Yeah, I don't want to watch that. And I don't really want to watch too much of your family, you know what I mean? Not that I'm knocking it, or babies running around or whatever, come on, that doesn't have to be all on Snap. Or maybe 10 seconds, but I'm not going to sit there and watch it for 40 seconds. You know, there's ongoing, and I'm just like, oh my God, am I seriously watching this? But no, man, I think you had some cool, and you're an interesting guy.
I'll tell you right now, if I wanted to, I know I could kill it on all social media.
Yeah.
I know I could kill it. I could do stuff that people aren't even thinking about. I could create some dope stuff.
Right. I believe
put out some dope videos, dope pictures, and that because a lot of stuff on social media is people just copying other people.
Right.
People taking pictures at the same spot, or people doing the same little effects or the same little transitions and stuff like that, man. I could create some whole new stuff that no one's ever seen, and I could put it out there and I could kill it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't want to, because I
think it's 2019, Mike. I think I got to bring you back, and just like what we got going on right here with the Defynest podcast.
Yeah.
I believe, podcast has been going on for a while, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. But for you to actually step foot in to actually, saying, you know what, I'm going to start a podcast, and I'm going to interview, maybe a cool person or not so cool person or whatnot. I'm not sure how you're picking these individuals, but this is a cool thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And people are going to watch this, and you want people to watch this. Otherwise, there's no purpose for it. It's just like a TV show that's just like, do you want to make it or do you not want to make it? You know what I'm saying? Shit, this might air it on Fox, and then you'd be like, oh, I don't really care for it. But bro, I promise you, if Fox came in and said, Mike, hey bro, what you got going on?
Tell them to cut the
check. You know what I'm saying? Cut the check. And that's just how it starts, man. And like I said, what you got going on right here, I like it. I'm all about it. Speaking about that, I have watched all of the episodes 1, 2, and 3. I know Bebo. Shout out to Bebo. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the first 2 guests.
Yeah.
But shout out to them. They doing their thing. If you know them.
Yeah.
You brought them apart. They got to be doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Like I said, I hope I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shout out to them. Those individuals. And man, like I said, I think you got something. You got something right here. You got something on, and I think you just got to, just like anything, stay consistent. You say you're not about the views, but man, you have to be about the views, man. We want to get, I don't know, just views, not one. We don't want to just be like have our TV show. And,
I'm good with just one, man.
You know, I mean, I'm okay with one, but you want that one person to tell their friend, and then you want that friend to tell their friend. So it's kind of like a pyramid. And then now you just when people are like, hey, did you watch that shit on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, the Defynest podcast? Yeah.
Tuesday, 7:00 on YouTube, 7:00 Central Time. All right.
Yeah.
That's when the YouTube video drops. The audio podcast, I'm going to try to drop Mondays the day before. So the audio podcast, so it's going to be out Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, all that other stuff. Try to get those done the day. They'll come out Monday, and then the video drops Tuesday at 7. I don't know if I'm going to keep with that schedule. I might switch the days.
You might switch it up.
But right now, that's the schedule for right now.
I believe, you had to come into this with a better attitude and just be like, hell yeah. Oh, I got 10 views. Yeah. Oh, I got 20 views. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then all of a sudden this shit's building, bro, because at 20 views, you have no idea who those 20 views are. You just need one person to watch it, bro. When that one person watches it, boom. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, how I got picked up by Red Bull. I was painting a wall in downtown by myself, not knowing what was going on. I'm painting. They pulled up on me. Hey, we want to do this. Shit, let's do it. Hey, they cut the check, like you said. You know what I'm saying? They cut the check, and I was just like, oh shit, now I'm doing stuff for Red Bull. They started giving me cases. I still got cases. I'm not drinking Red Bull no more. I still have it. Anybody wants some Red Bull? I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Every time I say you want Red Bull, or I try to give Red Bull with a purchase of a shirt, like, oh no, I don't want that. I'm like, okay, well, I put it in the bag, you know. But yeah, man, you just never know who's watching, man. Straight up. And you want views. You don't want one. You know what I'm saying? You want many. Let's just say we want many views. That's what we're gonna go as of now to however long you want to shoot this, because I'm not sure when you're gonna stop. Yeah. But I hope you don't stop, because like I said, man, you got something really, really cool going on right here, and you've always been an interesting guy. I know you know some interesting people, and I believe, Mike, you can, if you put yourself out there, just like I tell my man, bro, you put gas in the tank, you're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if you don't put gas in the tank, then you're not gonna go. Yeah. I mean, this is just how I work, man. I mean, like how I know people or whatever. I mean, bro, I just stayed consistent, and people were like, oh, like I said, hey, Yikes, I want this badass mural. I want this, and I'll be like, man, I can't even do all that. But you know what? Like I said earlier, I can get it done. I promise you I can get it done. And hey, bro, sure enough, that customer is going to have a dope ass mural in their garage, in their apartment, wherever. But they're going to come back and be like, hey, Yikes did that. And I say, Yikes did not do that. Yikes and friends, or Yikes, and I shout out each individual that actually helped me. But at the moment, my man Seuss, you know, like I said, shout out to my man Seuss one more time. He's actually helped me out quite a bit. And it's just like him, man. He kind of just, you guys remind me of the same individual, man. Like, you guys have so much fucking talent, man. So much talent. And you guys are not really trying to like put yourself out there. Why people know me? I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I think more people should know people like you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys sit back and just be like, I'm talking about dope artist, dope photographer, whatnot. And it's just like, you want to get the job, man. You want to get it. Hey, and in order to get the job, you gotta bite, man. You gotta come out there and talk. You gotta come out there and grab those views, you know? Mm-hmm. Because otherwise, I mean, how you think Snapchat approached, who was that? They approached a couple years ago. I don't think he's working with them anymore. Mm. DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, DJ Khaled was pushing it. Bam. I'm sure he was getting checks. You know what I'm saying? I think now it's Gary V, because Gary V is all up on that shit now, you know? Mm-hmm. And I don't know either one of them. Actually, I was supposed to meet DJ Khaled during the Super Bowl when it came in, had a meeting with him, and I fell asleep. I was so exhausted, and I didn't make it. But that was a different day. But I got to meet Sway, and I got Sway.
I saw that.
Some Yikes Laundry.
I saw that.
It was that same day. It was hours later. Yeah. And I was supposed to be with them or whatever. I mean, we were kicking it, chilling. Shout out to my boy 100 that actually put all that together over there at Prospect Park. But yeah, man,
Yeah. And that's cool. And the thing is with me, and so I'll get back to this. The thing with me and social media is I have to get in like, if I'm putting in the time, like like posting and updating and all this other
it's
stuff.
a job.
It's a job.
Almost a job.
I gotta get something back in return. And for me, it takes up time for me doing other stuff.
Right. And like, it depends. So at that point, that's when you're like, okay, what's more valuable? What am I trying to get?
And well,
am I, so if this is more valuable, then of course, then let's ease up on the social media. But right now, man, I'm a social media freak, man. I have like my Facebook, not so much. I got people still trying to add me, or people add me, or sometimes I don't even see the ad.
Yeah.
But if you follow me on Snapchat, bro, you're going to see what I'm doing that day or at the moment. I mean, follow me on Snapchat, Yikes 341, I mean, my Snapchat, I try to get, that's where I'm at, man. Not so much on Instagram. People are like, Yikes, you got more friends on IG. You should go on IG. Every now and then I'll remember to like save the video and upload it to IG. But man, I'm so addicted to Snapchat, man. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do that. Man, I can't put in the time, like that time. Like, no, man, to me, I have more valuable things that I'm doing, like other stuff that I'm doing.
And I'm still doing valuable things,
Like I'm making money off of other things. Like I'm supporting like my medical expenses, doing other stuff. I was like, and for me to take the time and invest that time into social media, I can't do it, especially where it was to the point where I was getting mad at all the posts I was seeing. The posts were giving me anxiety. I realized I was wasting so much time just looking through my phone, and it messes up my ADD, because like I have a hard time focusing. Yeah. And then so if I look through my phone, next thing you know, 30 minutes passed and I'm like, crap, I'm supposed to be doing this. Yeah. And then, oh man. And then so I was like, I have a hard time transitioning into starting and stopping.
Oh no, I have the same.
It takes me a while to get like back into it.
Right.
And do it. And then so, yeah, man, it wasn't worth it for me. And the only reason I came back was to share this podcast.
No, and I think, man, like I said, bro, I'm gonna say it again. Yeah. I think this podcast, what you got going on or whatnot, I mean, yeah. I think it's great. I think it's cool, and I think it can actually boom. But you gotta feed it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I mean, so far, I mean,
hey man, I'm just starting out, and actually, I probably started out too soon. Yeah, like I should have like, because I'm like backed up right now, doing all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I was just like, last week, even though I'm officially retired from the automotive industry, I still get a call. Sometimes there's some special occasion where I make an exception, stuff like this.
I mean, and speaking about that exception, I mean, I'm trying to get my car painted. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm thinking
it's not gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna paint the whole Scion, man.
You know what I'm thinking? I mean, man, I'm thinking I want my car purple. You know what I'm saying? And, man. I mean, don't make me spray paint this thing again. I'm
retired, dude. No, I'm retired. I'm retired from the automotive industry. It's been like in the last probably 3 years, including the one I just finished. I've painted 2 cars.
2 cars.
That's it.
I think my car is going to be 2019.
Yo, it's not going to happen unless I fix my back. Then it's not going to happen.
All right, you're right.
Yeah, because my back is killing me. You don't even understand right now. Like the pain.
I think shout out to Bebo. I think when Bebo can drop, I think what you guys were working on, maybe this album, or y'all were gonna drop something. I think Mike can paint my car, because I know Mike can paint cars. No. So I think we can get it done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I'm not saying it has to happen, but maybe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I might just pull up to, I don't even know where to get my car painted nowadays or whatnot if I don't do it myself. But yeah, man, I mean, I've been wanting it, painted. If not, I mean, I just want to probably, of course, get a new vehicle. But I love Scion, man. Hey, bro, that little one thing got me all over the place. Yeah. And it's still moving, man. I had the thing 10 years, man. And it's a cool little car, man. That thing's went through a lot, bro,
That's crazy, dude. Man, we've been going at it for a while now.
Yeah,
So,
I was actually...
yeah, man. I kind of wanted to start doing this like at the end of the podcast. I want to make sure I take some time out.
Can I before we do the timeout?
Yeah.
Can I do something? Can I give you something, or can I do something?
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Well, I gotta move. I gotta leave the camera. If that's cool.
Yeah,
you know
that's cool.
All right.
I can wait.
Okay. Give me a couple seconds. You know,
I'll talk. I'll talk to the camera. Yeah. So I have absolutely no clue what's gonna happen right now. This wasn't staged. This wasn't planned. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah. So he's coming back. Here he goes.
So Bebo, man, shout out to Bebo. You know, Bebo started something last week and was like, yo, I think we need to give Mike, you know, a gift. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure what he does with the gift. Whatever he does with it, we just know that we gave Mike a gift. So I'm not sure who you got coming up next, but Mike, here, man, like I said, bro, I believe you got something really, really going on here. Yeah. I like it. I watched every single episode in its entirety. I had to watch the first one like 3 or 4 times because I was just like, what? Hold on, go back 36 minutes or what? You know? But I think, man, bro, like I said, you got something definitely going on. Yeah. I like it. I'm not sure if you're bringing guests back or whatnot. I mean,
I have, you know, of course.
But, hey, man, if I don't see you again, hey, man, here's a gift from me to you.
All right. We're gonna unwrap this on camera.
All right.
Y'all gonna see it first. I can tell you on the back it says episode number 4, which is this is gonna be number 4. Shout out Mike 2019. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes 1, man. Wake up forever.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see this. That's dope. I can tell you, this is gonna go right up there.
All right.
This is gonna go right up there. You're gonna see it next episode hanging.
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna be hanging up there, man. This is dope, man. I appreciate this, man. Thanks.
No, man. No, thank you, man. Like I said, bro, like, man, I really, really, bro, I appreciate everything that what you've done for me. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, I think I mean, I hope you like it. You know what I'm saying? I was able to do it just, you know, real quick. You know what I'm saying? And just knock it out for you. You know, 1 of 1. And, man, you know what I'm saying?
It's going to be right up there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be right up there, man. All right, man. I really appreciate that, man. You didn't have to.
Nah.
You didn't have to. But I think he just one-upped you, Bebo.
Bebo, I don't got that black water though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, I ran into Bebo, man. It was me, Bebo, JR, man. I ran into him and he was just like, yikes. And I was like, yo, and bro, he, you know, we all grown, we all gotten older and whatnot, but I didn't even really recognize him. And I was like, oh, and he said, Bebo, I used to rap. And I was just like, oh, what's up, man? And, bro, after that, I mean, I knew exactly who he was, but yeah, man, I saw the podcast episode 3 and I was like, yeah, man, you know, like, you gave the gift. I gave the gift. Number 5, it's on you, man. You got to give the gift, man. You got to. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys watching all the way up to, I mean, I know we've gone a long time or whatnot, but I mean, hey, man, number 5, it's on you, man. Like, straight up.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So, like I was saying, I always want to take a little time out, you know, to make sure, you know, if I want to take, like, ask the guests if you want to ask me something.
Ask
like,
you something.
It could be whatever, dog. If you got any questions or you want to know something.
Okay.
Man.
I mean, actually, I mean, I know you shot a couple of, you're shooting photography from the last time we actually spoke. Yeah. This is our first time seeing each other this year. Something like, what, not 20 days in the year.
It's 20 days.
We haven't seen each other this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got anything cooking except for this Defynest, dope ass Defynest podcast?
Yeah, man. This is what's taking up most of my free time.
Okay.
Yeah. This is what's taking up most of my free time. You know, of course, I got like real world stuff that I gotta take care of. You know,
right.
I always have my health that I gotta take care of and stuff like that, and then working to make a billing, to make a living, a living. Yeah. So yeah, man, this is like my thing that I got working on, but the finest the podcast and the finest in general, it's depends where it goes, but I have some plans to maybe take it and grow it to.
Do you have any like maybe big celebrity? Like, I mean, I know like as of right now, you starting off with like maybe some good friends. I mean, I'm sure you have a celebrity phone number or a higher up in your phone maybe that you might have come across, and you feel like bringing him or her on the podcast?
As of guests right now, man, I've really just thought about having friends on. Yeah.
Okay.
And
strangers are cool, man. Strangers are cool. I know we're always taught to not talk to strangers. I love talking to strangers.
Stranger danger, man.
Like straight up, man. You meet strangers and you have no idea how you can help them or how they can help you, man. And so strangers are cool. Straight up. Ooh. I'm actually gonna make a T-shirt about strangers are cool, man. I promise you, man. You know, straight up.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm doing just friends. Well, one of the reasons I'm doing this is for me to be able to see and hang out and see friends, man.
Right.
Because I don't go out, man.
Right.
I don't go out. I don't go out. I don't. Most of the time I spend it here, or am I working on something, doing stuff, but I was like, man, I'd really like to see my friends more often.
Yeah.
And then and then plus with the other ideas I was working on, I was like, man, let me just combine this. You know what? The podcast would be a perfect format for me to actually, I'm actually creating, which that's what I like to do. I'm creating, a video. I'm creating a podcast, the audio and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm creating something, and I'm also hanging out with a friend and talking, having a conversation with a friend.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of where the idea for the podcast, kind of evolved into. I was like, man, one of the reasons I get to hang out with and talk to a friend.
Yeah.
So right now it's just podcasts. It's just the podcast is mostly just friends that I'm going to have on. If it gets to the point where, I'm interviewing strangers, if I have other people like want to come on, then sure, man, I'll have them.
I mean,
on.
and I'm a big type of guy that likes to help other people build and stuff. That's why I keep on I promoted this podcast, and it's not going to air until Tuesday. So I still got 2 more days to promote this podcast. And man, I just, I know you said you're not about the views, but hey, bro, like as of now, let's be about those views, man. Cause we never know what view we're going to get and what view might pay us. I'm just saying, bro, you know what I'm saying?
But that's cool. And I also want to state, I'm not doing this for the money.
Right.
The money is not my intention. I actually, this podcast is costing me money. All right.
Yeah. We gotta put money back into it. Otherwise, it's wasted. Like earlier, like I said, my website, what was that, like $3.99 or whatever? And I was wasting $3.99 a month and not getting nothing out of it. So that's wasting money. Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? You gotta figure something out to make the money. So honestly, I know a lot of people say they don't do it for the money, but man, straight up, bro, we do it for the money, man. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you can't live broke.
Hey, this is just I'm not doing it for the money, but
no, I'm not saying. But if Fox 26 came here and said, Mike, here's a $30,000 check, you're not gonna take it?
Oh, I'm gonna take it for sure.
But you're not doing it for the money.
Yeah, I'm not. The intention to start this was not for the money,
right? And that's everything.
But to say that eventually I don't see this getting to a place where it's making money.
Oh, you never know, man.
That's a different story, because I've gotten that far to the point where, okay, I like to run a whole bunch of scenarios in my head just to see, okay, what if this happens? What happens to this? I try to be always prepared for everything. Right. And then so, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm making money off the podcast. What I would do to grow it.
Right.
And then what other things I would do, or what other things I would add on and stuff like this. And I can tell you some of the ideas right now. One of the ideas is this this setup is just temporary.
Yeah, and it's a cool setup.
Yeah, this is just temporary. I was like, I've thought about actually turning one of those rooms, like that room in the back, setting that up to dedicate that straight into just podcasts.
And that's cool. That's called elevating.
Yeah.
So say what it doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
Say it happens by summertime 2019, and then like all of a sudden, like I said, I'm not sure, but maybe you might have a celebrity in that phone. You don't want to bring them off so soon. You know what I'm saying? But when you do, I mean, by that time, this podcast is getting more than, the 20 views or the 50 views or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, man, you're not doing this just for, you know what I'm saying? You got time that you're wasting today. I got time that, that I feel this is cool, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're on, and shit, bro. I think you're gonna turn the way you're thinking, turn that around, and you're gonna see something happen. I promise you.
And I promise that I've already thought about the ways. All right, I just thought about it, but right now it's not.
And that's cool, baby steps. But it's all good.
Yeah, man. Right now it's not for the money, but you best believe it. It will, if it comes to it. I will be about it. All right.
Right. Yeah, we all say in the beginning, man, I don't do that. I don't do it for the money, but man, in the end, it's your time, you're worth something, and you got to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up, man. Yikes. I really appreciate you coming on here, man.
I appreciate you bringing me on.
Something you want to plug? You want to plug the Instagrams, the Snapchat?
Yeah. Man, you can follow me on Snapchat, Yikes341. Instagram, Yikes341. Instagram, Yikes Laundry 341. I mean, follow me, follow the Define podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, the Define podcast. Like I said,
check out the audio on Spotify, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, whatever the hell they want to call it.
Yeah, man. Follow Mike, man. Mike is a good guy.
Stitcher,
always been a good guy.
All that other stuff. You can check out the website, defynest.com. Actually, that's probably just a temporary website too. I probably had plans to upgrade that soon. Yeah. Just letting you know,
Let's build.
I have ideas. All right.
I know you got plenty of ideas. I want to work with you on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's 2019. We're not getting no younger.
I got an idea, man.
I
got an idea.
We'll take it off, but
we'll save this for maybe another time. But I got an idea I can share with you, man.
All right. Yeah, not on camera.
Yeah.
Hey,
we gotta save.
Number 5. It's on you, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so defynest.com. That's DEFYNEST.
And I wasn't sure if I spelled that right. I had to keep on going. I was like, hold on, like fuck up.
You spelled it right on there.
And I ended up spelling it correctly. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Follow the Defynest podcast. Shout out to Mike.
I appreciate everyone that views this, everyone that listens to it. I really appreciate it. To the entirety,
man, for real. I know we might have went long. I am sorry. I didn't mean to go this long. I swear to God, I told the plug. Shout out to the plug. Shout out to my man.
He's going to be on here.
I was like,
Plug's going to be on here.
Hey, man, the plug, that's my guy, man, straight up. And he got a lot of things booming,
Yeah.
But I told him, I go, man, they're kind of lengthy, man. They're kind of long. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, man, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know how long I went. I wasn't intended to go this long. I really wanted to go 30 minutes in and out. But I'm sorry. I hope you guys do get to this point where I am still talking and you guys are still watching. But yeah, man, shout out Mike, the Defynest podcast, Yikes 341. Follow me on Snapchat. I'm out.
There you go.